Good morning, everybody. Gonna do a quick video this morning. Yeah, about the little things. The little things like the Vatican closing all their accounts all over the world, telling everybody bring all your money back to the Vatican. Do y'all know that's going on? Yeah, supposed to be finished. Everybody's supposed to have brought their shit back. Closed all the other accounts around the world and put the money in the Vatican by the 30th of this month. Yep. What's going on there? I know it's just a little thing. Like what they say, the Catholic Church assets are, I think they said around 21 billion, 23 billion. I'm not sure. Hang on. Forgot my lid for my coffee. You know, little things like Bill Gates buying up all the farmland. You know, little things. You know, like the big pharma coming out going, hey, it's been a tough year for us. In the last couple of years, we did real good, but we're not doing so good now. We need help. Somebody help us. Right. You know, it's the little things. It's the little things that make you go, huh? Huh. Um, all those people, when I see them interviewed, and you see those stupid things like the vice president when they go, is the border secure? The border is secure. Now we have a policy that's it's almost like, you know, coming up to a 7-year-old that just they did something. You go, hey, what happened here? It's all good. I don't know nothing about that. It's all good. And that gum press secretary, she can't get a freaking sentence out. And never answers questions. It's a little thing, you know, little things. You know, like the half dozen times they took my channel down, said I was giving medical misinformation when now now everything I said is true. True. Go back and look, YouTube. All that shit y'all fucking took me down for was true. All true. And you took me down. You censored me. And I mean, just think about that alone. How many people in the last 2.5, 3 years did YouTube do that to? I mean, millions. Who knows? Like I said, they know that 2020 election was affected. What was funny? Think about this, man. What was funny was how they came out right after Trump got elected, and we're talking about how social media affected the outcome of the deal. You know, it could have flipped millions of votes. We need to look into this. That was such a red flag, such a signal going, we're going to do this, okay, guys? We're going to do this, but we're going to act like we're so concerned about it being a problem. And we're gonna talk about making laws against it, but we're not gonna really do anything. We're gonna cheat. We're gonna lie, and we're gonna steal like we always do. We're not gonna change any of that. Don't worry about that. But it's like, wow, oh my God. Every time I got took down, the things they took me down for. Dr. Fauci's out there saying right now. Have y'all seen that little bug out there on the circuit? Wow. Now he's saying, yeah, lockdowns, it's draconian. It was draconian, measures. But when you're doing this, I don't realize the adverse reactions down the road. It's not great. But hey, I was doing draconian implementation of draconian policies. We didn't know. Well, we knew, but we didn't know. We kind of knew, but it was little. It was a little thing. This is a little thing, folks. It's a little thing. Then you just let Fauci retire in peace. Let him run off into the sunset to his hundreds of millions of dollars he soaked us for by pushing his poisons. They don't realize how big of an influence that guy had over the last 35 years. Or 40. I think it's around 40 of what drugs went in our bodies and which ones didn't. And most of the times, the ones that ended up going into our bodies, he was making money on. Have you seen the clip where he tells Rand Paul, ask him who was making money, which scientists were getting residuals and getting money from pharmaceutical companies that were on these teams that were studying this? I don't have to tell you. None of your business. What? All our scientists go in one direction, and you won't tell us which one's getting paid? It looks like they're all getting paid. It's a little thing. Those are little things. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. It's been going on for a long time. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. This is driving me crazy. It's just crazy. Just nuts. And one of these days, it's going to get worse. Oh, wow. What was I going to show y'all? Oh, yeah. There's some funny shit going on out there. And when you get past the rubble and the garble, and you see the truth, you start to get a little upset. I mean, if you care at all, I care a little bit. But what do you do? What do you do? What was I going to show you? Oh, this is brilliant. I love this. This is funny. It's just funny. It's just funny. All right, guys, let's do a quick share and watch this video. This is funny.
Hi, Peter.
So just to follow up on the rest of the front row, who decided after 6 or 8 weeks?
You said that, hopefully the back row hears.
Who is the person in the West Wing who decided after 6 or 8 weeks that this baby formula shortage was finally something that somebody should tell the president about?
Look, again, I have to go back and talk to the president. I did not hear him.
My last one would be, you guys at the White House had some very hard headlines this week about inflation and about baby formula. If there's nothing new that you can point to in this speech tonight, did you just schedule it to get people talking about something else?
We had
Thanks, Kareem. President Biden once bragged about the stock market hitting record after record after record on my watch. How about now?
Meaning the stock market.
All the gains from President Biden's time in office have been wiped out.
So the president is really aware of.
Another big topic. When are you guys going to admit that you were wrong about inflation?
There. Okay.
Thanks, Kareem.
Yep.
If the president thinks that Congress must act immediately to end this epidemic of gun violence, is he going to bring any of the key players from Capitol Hill to the beach with him tonight?
Oh, okay. So
Just so that I understand, the Treasury Secretary says that she was wrong, but the White House was not wrong about
So,
inflation.
here's the thing, we have achieved first of all, I explained to you what she was trying.
I know his letter was a lot about refining and increasing refining, but that's a lot of oil that comes in from overseas. So why isn't he asking companies to drill more here in the U.S.?
Well, hold on.
My last one would be, you guys at the White House had some very hard headlines this week about inflation and about baby formula. If there's nothing new that you can point to in this speech tonight, did you just schedule it to get people talking about something else?
We had.
Hey, so as you say that Americans are well positioned to weather this stock market decline, what is the president's message to somebody who might want to retire, but their 401k is getting wiped out?
So we know that that higher prices are having a real effect on people's lives. We get that, and we are incredibly focused on doing everything that we can.
Yep. Globally, though, he says that inflation is worse everywhere but here. That's not true. The U.S. has worse inflation than Germany, France, Japan, Canada, India, Italy, Saudi Arabia.
Well,
so why is he saying
I think what we are saying is that.
Right? Little things like that. Just little things. Morning, Ashley. I put the link in there for you. Sorry, guys. Y'all know I am a little juicy every morning when I get up. Weird, right? But yeah, see all those little things. It's a little things. I love that Peter Ducey going, since you have nothing to talk about here, are you just doing that to get people to divert their attention? But hey, it's little things. It's all little things. They're working on it. They're getting there. Oh, what was that? Don't do that, Tommy. They just keep skating down the road, man, like whistling past the cemetery. Nothing's going on. It's all good. This is crazy, man. In my lifetime, I always say that, but wow. They put out a deal and starting, well, it didn't start. There she is. Good morning, Ashley.
Shalom, brother. What you been doing?
Oh, living the dream.
Yeah. Is the dream good? Is it a good dream?
Always a good dream.
Yeah. Always a good dream.
We don't do bad dreams around here. Don't do them. Oh, hey, everybody. I got my new chair. Listen. No squeaky. I got my new chair. No squeaky. That would drive me crazy. I'd go back and review my video and that drives me crazy. And it's one of those deals where I didn't realize it sitting here until you watch the video. What the freak is that noise? Stop. No wonder nobody watches my videos. The chair was running everybody off.
It was the chair, huh? All right.
Yeah. I mean, it's like one of those Pavlovian deals, but in reverse. It didn't bring people in. It made them, it repelled them.
Yeah.
It happens. Now you said in your message that you've been getting out of the house every morning by 7 o'clock. What are y'all doing? What are you doing?
Feeding chickens and then going to about 50 chickens too. It's been so awesome. Like, because I have a fear of birds. So now I have a group of chickens behind my house. Jason made a hot rod coop on wheels, and we got a rooster and 5 chickens. And it's a big rooster and, adult chickens. So I go out there and talk to them every day. I call them. My rooster's name is the Gentleman, and I say, ladies and gentlemen,
You have a gentleman caller.
That's right.
Ladies, watch out.
He's so sweet. He's so sweet though. He's so gentle. He lets the ladies eat first. He doesn't attack us when we go in. He's just a gentleman. He's a gentleman. Yeah. Yeah. And then I have a house I've been cleaning, so I've been busy.
So you've been busy. Good.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Yeah, I've been busy. This morning, like around 8 o'clock, I'm supposed to be getting a delivery of gravel and materials. I'm putting in a new culvert. I'm putting in another driveway on the other side of my house so I can park my RV over there, or move a truck and a car over there. I had to double my driveway, the main driveway, when we moved here, because it was one little single driveway, man. I got a 35-foot RV. I got that 69 pickup. I got a Kia Sportage, a Kia Rio, and I got a trailer, and I've got a car dolly. I didn't have nowhere to park shit, man. That was the first thing.
We're going to open an auto shop.
It looks like a used parking lot around here. But when I get my truck running, when I get it's running, when I get the brakes fixed on it, and I get it in the shop after I get it fixed, get it painted, and get all the doors hung right so it doesn't sound like a wind tunnel when you drive down the road in it. I'm gonna get rid of one of those Kias and drive that truck every day.
Is a Kia like an SUV?
No, well, yeah. One of them's a Sportage, and one of them's a little 4-door Rio. Easy. Good stuff. But yeah, no, they're just little cars. What else? Oh yeah, had all these trees got down around the house. Had all kinds of stuff done. Yeah, I've been busy. Now finally got my lawnmower running right.
Yep.
Finally got it running good. Now, man, I blow through that stuff.
That's right.
That was frustrating. Brand new mower running bad like that. One time it run good, one time it run bad, good, bad, good, bad, good, bad. So I just did the only sane thing you can do. Start from scratch. Took all the gas out of it, put a new filter on it, fuel pump on it, cleaned up the spark plug, wasn't bad, did all my due diligence, and guess what? One of those things fixed it.
Runs like a tank.
They run right now. I hear a dog. Who's coming?
I hear a dog.
Come on, Mama. Come on, you old crazy cat. I told y'all on the last video, that old dog, she drives me nuts. She wants to come in, but she won't come through the gate.
Man, let her be her.
She don't want to come through the gate. Come on, Mama. Here. She wants food. She always wants food. This dog is 17 years old, man. And she won't quit.
Yep, that's right. She knows what determination and persistence gets her.
But it's funny. I think I've talked to her before about her about 6 years ago. She was just just mean old bitch, man. Nobody have anything to do with her except me. And several times I'd be petting her and her breast she'd have a couple of breasts that were hard. Then I'd get warm rags, rub them on there. She was getting milk ducts clogged up. So finally she got one real hard and it wouldn't go away. So we took her to the vet. The vet says, yeah, she needs to have a mastectomy done on that one. And she needs a hysterectomy because she'd never been spayed. You know, and she's at that time 13 years old, 12, 13 years old, and she'd never been spayed. And so we're like, okay. And we said, while you're at it, look at her teeth. We think she's got a bad tooth. Well, she had 3 bad teeth. So they did the hysterectomy, pulled her teeth, and in about a week, that dog was up and running. And she hadn't run in 2 years. And since that day, she's just changed. I mean, she's got bouncing her step now and stuff. We're about to ride her off, man. Yeah, look at her, man. Look at her. But now, I mean, she does great. She's half blind and deaf. And she does what we call the old lady mall walks. She just roams around the house and will stop and stare at a wall or something. Stop in the doorway, just kind of looking around. You're like, what is this dog doing? And she'll turn her away she goes. It's all around the house, all hours of the night too. And you're gonna hear her paws clicking. She's just walking around in the dark.
Well, she can't see, so it ain't really dark to her. She don't even know what time of day it is.
It ain't that bad. But we're just so surprised. It's just,
ain't that interesting? You know, I noticed that with animals, I pay attention, you know, and like if they have pains and stuff, and I notice like their anger or their sass, you know, their saltiness, and I think about that with people, you know, with us, and like, you know, sometimes we think we might get offended by a person and their approach to us, but sometimes it's them. They're in pain and they got hurts and they don't know how to, you know, separate that with a person.
Hey, I learned something early in the medical field is that most women have terrible bowels. They just have bad bowels. They don't go regular. They're always, like you just said, man, they're always in discomfort and never really feeling good. The majority of women are that way, and women won't talk about it. Women won't say a word. And I watched the deal one time, and they were going through surveys and different stuff, and they said, you know what the number one thing that women are most afraid of? Shitting their pants in public. That is women's biggest fear, of being in public and something like that happening to them. It's just the most embarrassing thing for the majority of women. You know, and then next is like having a heart attack and having to have CPR in public, you know, things like that. But most women are afraid that, man, when a lot of women won't go to the bathroom in public. You know, women, you know, they want total privacy when they go, so they will hold it till they get that ideal moment. And that's not good for them.
It's bad. It's a bad idea.
You know,
no, that's interesting. You're right. I know 2 people in my life that are women, and they have that fear of you know, messing their pants in public. Or yeah, how weird. That's a programming, man. I wonder what kind of shows these people watch, you know? Like, are they a Walton's lover? You know what I'm saying? Like Andy Griffith, you know?
Well, how many shows that you can think of in your life did it ever, I don't care if it's a TV show or a movie, how many times did they ever depict people going to the bathroom?
Freaking every one of them. Yeah. Every one of them. Every freaking movie and show, for some reason, is they go potty. Somebody's going potty in that show. What? Right. What? Why? It's such a private moment. Why would you?
But see, they throw that in there. But think about this too. You have your superhero that some bitch will go for hours battling people, running, climbing stairs, jumping off buildings, shooting people, and he never takes piss. Never has to go to the bathroom. Ever. Ever.
It's interesting.
They're like,
Okay.
"Damn,
Okay. You have
oh, damn, 24 hours, man. Nobody ever has to take a piss.
yeah.
I guess
Oh
they're
my
assuming. I
goodness.
guess they're assuming. They want us to assume that somewhere along the way, when we were watching somebody else, he stopped real quick, got the wiped the blood off and took him a whiz. Put his gun down. Put his guns down or something. Hang on, guys. Hold on. I gotta go. Oh wait, right here. Never happened.
You're right. You're right.
One time in a movie, I want to see the hero right in the heat of it all going, and him lean back against the wall and go, "Oh my God, I gotta piss. God, I gotta take a piss so fucking bad. Yeah, I've been having to pee since this shootout started. Just once. Oh, I gotta go. Damn." And then just like sitting there and pee on himself, going, that's what a superhero has to do, man. Bad guys ain't gonna stop and let me go to the bathroom. Little things, right?
A little thing.
It's just little things that make you go, what if? What if? How do they do that? Well, and women, unless it's a comedy, women in movies, the only time you see them in a bathroom is like in a shower. If it's a comedy, yeah, they'll show a funny scene of a woman in a bathroom, right? It's something real uncomfortable. Rare, but otherwise you just see women in a shower scene or a tub.
No, okay, no. So you're on to something. Okay, right. All the movies or shows that I can think of that show peeing or going potty, it's a guy. I mean, like I'm thinking about Friday, where the dad he has to go potty, and he's driving on the road. Okay, and then you got cartoons and it's a guy. Very interesting, Tommy. Very interesting.
Just see these things makes me go, that's weird.
Right. And what's the reason for it? Well, now we have women that are terrified to go potty in public. What is that? Is that part of the programming? Is there something about it?
Huge part of it. Because
I mean, people think
I know growing up, my mom, in the family setting, when mom farted, that was a bigger, funnier deal than anything, right? Mom farted. Oh my God, right? And you never heard mom in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Never saw her another dad. Dad with the other bathroom, he'd leave the door open. You walk by and in there peeing. No, not mom. Not mom. And in public, public. I can't remember seeing my mom go to the bathroom in public. Hang on, guys, I gotta go. Nothing.
Just right. No, it used to. Yeah. I'm the exact opposite on every bit of that, but that's just because of jail and prison time. I'm not like a normal woman, and it's because of all the indoctrination of in institutions. But seriously, my mama was the same way. I remember my aunts, them being the same way. Foster homes that I was in, the moms. Yeah, you're right. It's a very private thing. I mean, a lot of women nowadays, they have no belief about them. They have no dignity about them. Women nowadays, everything's out in the open, and people want to talk about their bedroom, events, and it's just like, man, these things are very personal, and
But have you seen these new females coming out that are acting like the female version of that Andrew Tate guy? There's these women out there going, I'm going to get me some dick. I'm going to get me what I need. If he can't keep up, if he ain't what I need, he's gone. They're talking real masculine in the feminine sense of their sexuality, talking about their body like a guy does. Just it's so off-putting. It's just, it's just so off-putting. And they think they're funny, and they're not. You know, when a guy sit there and joke about women and sex and things, they can make it pretty funny. But when women do it, it just, it misses the mark completely. Because women are not supposed to be sexual like that. They're not supposed to be gross. You know, they're not supposed to do that. It's just not. It's gross, right? Some of the stuff guys on those podcasts joke about is kind of gross. Gets gross, right?
Yeah.
But they're joking and it's funny and we know it. But when women go there, it's not that funny.
You're right.
And you look like a bitch. You kind of look like a whore, you know, talking like that. You know, and anymore, the programming has gone to where women with all these sexual conquests is a good thing now. Where in the past, it's like, whoa, she's been rode hard and put up wet. I don't want none of that. But now it's like, man, she's all sweaty. Maybe I can have some of that.
Rode hard and put up wet.
It's true. Right now, all across this flat earth, there are women waking up to that walk of shame. They were put up, rode hard wet, and put up wet, man.
And it doesn't even but it is. Your thought, what you're saying about women, you know, and how they're just doing the exact thing that men are doing. And maybe that's what it is, trying to switch that role, you know, taking over the man's role. I am woman, hear me roar, you know, type thing. But it's just, and then
bought into it that they're manifesting that attitude of I can be just like a man, and it'll be appropriate and it'll be accepted, and it's not. It's uncomfortable. I don't like it.
You know, ain't it something? I was just thinking about how men are today, and like it took this long to get women to start acting like men, and then you see the women acting and the way men are, and it's like, so the men have been acting this way as well. Now the women are going to be 10 times worse, you know.
Oh yeah.
And sure. It's like where did society where did the mind thought process of, hey, I respect others and myself, you know, go? There is none.
If you watch the documentaries about stuff like the 70s and the music, and then like the black movie scene, the way they molded black society and culture, and the way they manipulated us with all that stuff. And then you get into the 80s, you get into the 90s, and you see the way they did all this. Look at the teen movies in the 80s, right? All the sex, you know, the feminism everywhere. And then we get to today. Where else were we going to go? That's all that was fed to us. That's all that was fed to us. You know, you see I remember, like, first time I heard a female comedian, I think it was like Amy Schumer, talk about her vagina and how many times she'd been screwed. And, you know, it was like, that's not funny. There's nothing funny about that, you know. It just doesn't go over the same, you know, when a girl talks about it that way. It's just not funny. And then all these women just started being, gross, talking about how their sexual conquest and talking about all the things they like. And it just kept pushing it. And now on these podcasts, if you haven't seen them, there's some women out there that are, they're gross. They're gross.
No, I've experienced. I might have even been one of those 15 years ago.
Right.
Very possible.
Well,
Um,
there's tons of stuff out there now where they're going and asking women, what would you rather have? A good looking guy who makes 50,000 a year, or a not so good looking guy that makes $1 million a year? And most of the women are like, how not good looking is he? Because they want the money. They want the money.
vanity.
And most of them will go, even though he's good looking, he doesn't make enough money. It's not worth it.
Mhm.
And when they do the crunch the numbers and stuff, it's always like all the women, if there's 100 guys in a room and there's 5 women, all 5 of those women are looking at 3 or 4 guys. That's it. There's only 3 or 4 guys that have a shot. The rest of the guys just don't meet the looks level or the money level or something. They don't cut the mustard. And then women go, they're no good men. Well, all you want is a rich fucking model or an
Right.
athlete or something. That's all you want. You don't think there's, and nothing else is for you. You think you're so special. And the studies show that women marry across or up. Men will go all 3 directions. They'll go up, level, or down. We'll marry in any direction. Women, pretty much level across, equal in financials, or better. They just don't go down. And I ain't gonna marry no poor man. I don't care if I'm in love with him. I don't care how good looking he is. I ain't gonna marry a poor man. And that's programming. That's
Mhm.
fixing the dials. That's change the TV channel, get a new program.
Yeah, I know in the ghetto, which what I would or the backwoods, the boondocks, the boondocks ghetto, and then just the ghetto in the towns and the cities, it all women, it's vanity. It's their looks. They don't have to have no job. They ain't gotta have no car, nothing. It's what they look like, and that's what they go straight for. But what you're talking about, the rich side, and like I've experienced a bit, of ones that have money, women, because I try to stay far away from women a lot, but not as much anymore as I used to. But used to, I really
They're
right.
evil.
Wait. Yes.
I love them.
They're just so manipulative, and it's troubling. But I know who I used to be, and I know that person, that manipulative woman, and I can see it in a lot. And so, yeah, you just gotta stay away. Just run, rabbit, run.
Well, that's what y'all are taught. I was watching some reaction videos the other day, and they're watching for the first time. It's hard to believe some of these people have never heard any of this music, but they're watching Prince. What was the song? The Look, for the first time. She's got the look. And in there, it pops out in my head when I hear it. He says, "You look so good, you must have taken an hour to do your makeup." Think about that. You must have taken an hour to do your makeup. And what does that message say? To have this look, you're going to have to take at least an hour to do your makeup and everything. And that's the middle of the 80s. The girls are dressed provocative. And it's just the message is boom, 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 sex, sex, sex. Women, you have to do this. If you want the look, you have to do this.
Yeah, that whole makeup thing. I love dresses and stuff, and I love the art piece of dresses. Dressing up in the dresses, but and it feels comfortable to wear. But the makeup and stuff I used to wear, had a big bag, and that was where all my makeup went, and I carried it everywhere I went. And I know how to drive a car and put my eyeliner on and do my eyeshadow.
Y'all are all stunt drivers, man.
Don't drive.
You can't drive with both hands on damn wheel, but you can drive with the leg on it doing makeup. You can do that. You're crazy, man. I know how many times I've been driving down the road and at the stoplight, lady, makeup, looking. Oh, light turn. Shh, keep driving, looking. Yeah, I'm like, "Ah, woman, look at the damn road. What are you doing?"
It's worse than looking at your phone. It is worse than looking at your phone.
It was the original looking at your phone while you're driving.
I
Y'all been
like
doing
that.
that for decades.
Hey,
Y'all
that's
been
interesting, right?
that is now a DNA thing, I think. I think that's one of those things that women evolved that all women, once they get their driver's license, first thing they do is that in y'all's driver's test? Okay, pull out your makeup bag, put on some eyeliner while we're going 70 down this highway. Oh, you're really good at that. Yeah, my mom, she was one of the inventors.
She was one of the inventors.
She was doing this in the 70s and 80s. This is nothing.
Right.
You know?
She was doing it. Oh, that's so true. Oh my goodness, right. And then you see how women are with their phones. They got these little handlers and
Hand
stuff now. It's
thingies,
like a
anything to
ring.
keep it
And
attached.
you can just put it on like a ring and just here's your phone with you at all times. Like here it is. Boom. No,
They
you're
can't lay
right.
They
Oh
can't
my
lay
gosh,
them.
it is the makeup. It is the makeup. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Makeup was
That
bag. Their
is
makeup
crazy.
bag was their original black box. That was women's original black box. All your vanity was in that bag. You couldn't go anywhere without that bag. You had to have that bag. I mean, I remember growing up, my mom, she didn't wear a lot of makeup, but damn if she didn't have an assortment. And then when I started having girlfriends, oh fuck, I didn't realize this is a fucking deal. She's got to do makeup before we leave. She's 15, 16 years old. You look good without it. You don't need it. Ooh, no. They were taught you do not leave without your makeup.
That's right.
Even if you're just going to the swimming pool, you still put on a little bit of makeup.
My
And then
mom would feather her bangs, curl her hair, put makeup on just to go to the store to get gas and some chicken sticks.
yeah,
I mean, are you
programming.
kidding me?
And I think, to be honest with you, if you think about it, they got y'all programmed first because we're just over here doing our thing.
Eve ate of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil first.
Yeah, y'all were just
But
we were doing
let me hear your manism, Tommy. Let me hear your manism. So y'all are over there just minding your own business, like
our own
Adam
business.
was.
Y'all are being programmed into this look, this body, this makeup, hair, jewelry. Y'all are everything is telling y'all. If commercials, the jewelry commercials, the perfume commercials, the clothes, all these commercials are telling y'all, if you don't do these things, you're not gonna be worthy. While we're over here doing our shit, y'all are just compiling makeup and clothes and jewelry and all this, and you're forming this look that you think we want, which we don't. We like you because we like you. We don't like you because, wow, you wear the right eyeliner or the right lipstick. That ain't why we like you. But you think that's the only reason we like you. And it just gets worse and worse. You teach your daughters, and your daughters teach their daughters, and y'all don't know any different. And we don't either, because we were just doing our thing, and we'd look around and, hey, you look pretty good today. Yeah, it's working. I got a new dress. What do you think? Oh, you look great. Yeah, that's nice. We didn't see it. We didn't see it at all.
The power of
just
suggestion.
Yeah, y'all just kept coming to us with these phobias that the TV's been giving y'all about. Does my hair look good? Does this makeup look good? Does this look good? Do I look good? Instead of just being happy with yourself, we found each other, we fell in love, we got married, and it had nothing to do with your makeup or your clothes.
Yes, sir.
Kathy wears very little makeup, and I've told her since we got together, you don't even need that. You're fine. And she wears very little, very little.
I refuse. I burned all mine. I refuse. That was years ago. I won't anymore. I won't ever. There's no reason. There's no reason.
Kathy wears a little bit of eyeliner and what do you call it on your lashes? Some mascara.
Mascara.
And a little bit of base on her neck because she's getting old. She just does a little bit. It takes 3
When you're older, it's your wisdom. It is your wisdom when you get older. Well, you keep telling her that. She don't need that. She's too pretty for that.
Oh,
But
she
no, oh my gosh, you were so
does.
freaking right. Dude, oh,
Go
right.
ahead.
Because you got like I think about the Waltons because that's what I'm watching right now. But it's very interesting, because they got this radio in the house. Grandma and mom are home all day long, right? So through the day they might listen to a show or two. They got the listening going on. And this is the beginning when they started doing the programming. So they got their commercials. Dad's out here working. Youngins are at school. They're the only ones receiving this programming, and it's happening so subtly in their home, and they're telling them, well, we got this new eyeliner out, and if you just buy it for this amount of price, and your husband will notice you, and look, they're doing it over in Egypt. This is what they were doing there, and it's the royals are doing it now,
Right.
and just, oh, you need to be doing this for your husband, but subtle, just so subtle. And then, right, the power of suggestion. They even tell you in the commercial, in the advertisement, how to present it to your husband.
Right.
Honey, how do you like my new look? Oh, well, they're, of course your husband's going to say, it's nothing bad. Of course he's going to say, oh, I love you, honey, because he loves anything that you're going to do. He loves you.
Right.
And just, oh my gosh, this is so awesome. Thank you. That is wonderful. What a wonderful conversation.
One of the funniest jokes I ever heard was Ron White. And Ron White's talking about, Christmas is coming up and the commercials have already started. Last year with the De Beers, it was like, take her breath away, with a diamond ring. And then one of their campaigns was, leave her speechless.
Yeah.
Ring. He goes, obviously their next campaign will be diamond ring. That'll shut her up.
I remember that one.
Breath away, leave her speechless. Okay, that'll shut her up.
That'll shut her up.
True, so true. But on the programming of the makeup, think about this, and I remember the episode, Andy Griffith's show. The guy's a farmer, only has a daughter. The neighbor has 5 sons. He works her like a dog. The Andy's girlfriend sees her. Oh, you're so pretty. You could use some makeup. Sneaks her off. Puts her in a dress, puts her makeup on, does her hair, brings her back to the farm. Oh, he's pissed. I need a worker. I don't need a furry woman. And he goes, yeah. And they take her over to the fence and set her on the fence. And all the guys come over and start flirting with her and talking to her. And they're like, would you like a strong son-in-law that can help you? Or do you just want a fair farm hand out of your daughter? So they even sell this old guy who knows better that makeup and all that, doesn't work for women. They sell him on it. Well, okay, if I can get me a farm hand by pimping out my daughter, I'll do it. Because I need a farm hand. Think about that. That's in 1960s. They're telling women on the farm, look, you don't have to do that. You get your little makeup and a dress and you go next door and get you a farm hand. And you don't have to work anymore. You're going to have to do that.
Such heavy programming. That is such a fact, Jack. Right. Who said that a woman isn't to help in the home and the farmland and work and whatnot? You're right. No, the man will do it.
Andy and his girlfriend, what was her name? Ellie. Yeah, it was Ellie, the pharmacist. She stuck her big nose in it.
She stuck her big nose in it.
And I like that episode because the farmer guy is really true to himself in the beginning. He just tells him straight out, look, my daughter doesn't need that stuff. She's been this long without it. She don't need it now. She's got things to do. We're busy here. Just don't need that. And that's true. And then they manipulate the man and they start throwing scenarios at him. I wonder if that son-in-law turned out to be a good upstanding guy, because he just threw his daughter at him. Poor guy. They didn't know that they were being hooked to be a farmhand.
Yeah, and to have a woman that with no thinking for herself, because
Right.
now she's listening to the propaganda of this is the way you need to be to make your life better. You need to be this way.
Yep.
Still
And,
listening to Jesus.
right.
Mm.
And yeah, it's the little things. My God, the little things. They just, I just, in the last couple of years, I just keep looking back and going, geez, it was. Look at that. I don't know if you watched the guy Divergent, but he showed a deal yesterday. Let me see if I can find it in my history. That was so interesting. And tomorrow is supposed to be a huge day. Tomorrow, the 24th, a politician in the German like Congress was giving a speech, and he said that September 24th was going to be a day that everyone would remember where they were, and no more context. That's all he said. And then I found out that on the 30th of this month is the day that all Vatican assets are supposed to be transferred back to the Vatican. Everything, money, stocks, gold, silver, everything.
Right, because they're going to digital currency. So
But
they're collecting whatever it is, but that's what that's what I keep trying to, I keep having the same thought, and I'm like, what are they doing with the money? The big wigs, the rich guys, one, they're not keeping dollar bills, they're not keeping the bill money, in other countries, because that's just an illusion. That's not real. There's got to be gold and silver. That would be more of the money. But then I thought, I was talking to Jason, and I was like, it's the materialism. They have all these things of materialism. They've
right,
got, nice clothes, they got, toilets lined with gold. Their floors are just in drenched in gems and jewels, and it's stuff. But that word, the love of money, is the root of all evil. That word money is silver, gold, and materialism stuff.
right.
You know,
Now,
so
this is one.
it
This is one of the coolest things. Look at this. What has happened?
ah, ah, oh my goodness. So nothing new to the electronic artificial sun globe with curved water, by the way.
These are all this. This is the Jewish 7-year calendar deal, where every 7 years, right, you restart everything. Every 7 years. Look at this. The year I was born, dropped. My lifetime. I just look at this stuff in my lifetime. What's happened? Look at this shit. Crazy, ain't it? And they're pointing to 1938, 50% drop, and in 2008, a 50% drop happened. These are the same kind of episodes where they did a reset there, and these numbers mean are significant. Why those numbers? Why that amount? Who does that involve? Type of deal. Pretty crazy, right?
Right.
Just
So
in my
like with the stock market going in and out like that, so that means that we've been bankrupt. Is that what that, not bankrupt, but we've been in debt. Okay. So they've really been over the years bringing us to this digital currency,
oh
just
yeah,
just subtly, just subtly.
yeah, yeah. I mean, they had good control over us with the currencies we had, but there's just too many of them. There's
Not
just too.
together, not all nations, not all nations together. They had control of every of the nations separate, but now
Yeah,
they will have control of all nations together.
yeah. There was too many different currencies out there that went up and down. They couldn't. They could control it, but they couldn't have 100% control. now with
Yep.
digital, because they knew. And this is what's crazy is the first thing I heard that I remember hearing about digital currency coming out. One of the claims was it's gonna stop illegal transactions that are done with cash, right? Drug deals are done with cash. All these things are done with cash. Well, we're gonna wipe that out. Right now, we can't do much about it because it's cash. You know, people can do this stuff, and it's very hard to track them, very hard to catch them. But with digital currency, we'll wipe it out. And when I heard that, I was like, oh my God, no way. No way. They don't want us to have any ability to purchase anything anonymously. Nothing. They
Right.
don't want you to be able to buy a pack of gum
Nope.
anonymously.
Right.
And it's all going to be, you know, they want to attach it all to
Right.
biosecurity, you know, bio tracking. You chew too much gum, you're going to get a notice. Hey,
Mhm.
you can't have any more gum. You can't purchase any more gum. You've chewed too much.
Or the right.
Buy another pack of gum and it goes, dude, can't. Sorry, not available to you. What? I want a pack of fucking gum. Sorry, not available. You
Yeah.
can't buy it for any amount. The
Yeah.
government says you've had too much gum.
Yeah, and with the secular economy, you know, like it's basically everything's going to be rented, your refrigerator, stove, you know, and everything. And so, like, if you're late on a payment on your refrigerator, then you could be driving your car down the road, and all of a sudden, because your car's also through that rental system, they'll just say, well, we're shutting your car down until this payment is made by this time, da da da, and boom, you're just stuck. Like there you are in your car, or I have thought about this, that they will drive, like the electric car will take over, drive you to your house, and there you are. This is where you're at until you can figure out how to make your money. What? I mean, and they want you working from home. They want you working in these computers. So I could see them doing that, forcing you right back to the house. You ain't got to go. Now you can't go nowhere. You got to work at home on these devices. Keep staring at me. I got things doing to you.
The flip side of that, taking you home, you broke a law. We're taking you straight to the police station. Who's going to take you straight to the cops? Yep. You're on the list. Here we go.
Dude, that is right. Totally. I totally see them doing that. Dude.
Right. It ain't getting no better.
Right. No.
It ain't getting no better.
Right.
But
and people think they want to.
This weekend, starting tomorrow for the next week, everything I'm seeing, people are going, something big's fixing to happen. Because they're not going to pass up these ritual dates. These ritual dates are significant to them. They mean a lot to them.
Right. It brings power. Like that's why I say the worship of the sun and the moon and the stars. And people don't understand how power comes from these things. Well, power comes from it because they literally are getting the electromagnetic waves from the star itself coming down here. It's giving them power, and all they got to do is these rituals on these certain days. They got to do them just right, how they've been doing them, you know. And it's very, and it is the craziest thing for some to believe. But if you really look into it and you notice the dates that they choose, you're right. They're very special days to them. And you can bet your body, and they got to have everybody in the same mindset. They've got to have everybody thinking the same way. That's why I don't do holidays, you know. I won't even cook a freaking turkey on Thanksgiving Day. I'll get one the day before. I'll cook it the day before, the day after, but I will not cook it on the very day.
Are you doing your rituals? Are you doing it?
No, I will not be involved in that thought process with y'all. you know.
Well,
But that's just, and I don't judge another person because they do it, because that's y'all's own thing. It's what I've learned, and it's just my conviction on it. Like I can't do it. But the thoughts, they have to have everybody on those days to think the same way. So whenever they're doing these rituals of the and the stock market, the digital currency that's coming in, people, the dollar ain't gonna go away, you know, but it is. It will.
I'm gonna do this here, I think, locally with this Catholic church thing happening, I'm gonna go to local Catholic church and ask them, did y'all have to shut down your accounts here and transfer everything to the Vatican, or do you still have your own accounts here that y'all can pay bills off of, or is it all being transferred and it's all gonna be done digital? Be
That's
interesting
a
to
good
find out,
idea.
because that's what's supposed to happen. Think about the impact of every Catholic church in America shutting their bank accounts down and transferring everything to the Vatican, and then saying, "Hey, everything for us is going to be paid digitally out of the Vatican. We're done." You know,
That's
it's
what
all
that means.
from
Is
what I
that so?
understand.
That's what that means.
What I
Okay, so
understand.
I get it. I get what you're saying. All the churches that are under the Catholic rule, send in your money, gold, silver, whatever. Send it to the Vatican. Okay, okay.
How much easier is it going to be for them to switch to digital by doing that? They already have all their entities across the plane. You ain't gonna deny the local Catholic church's account. You're gonna set them up a digital account so they can pay their bills.
Right. So
So
that's a good question.
I
You
may
should
call
do
or go by a Catholic church and ask them, "Hey, I just saw on the news this happened. How does it affect you?
Yeah.
Are y'all having to close all your shit? Is it going centralized from one entity?
Is this really happening?
Yeah.
I just want to know. I just want to know.
Happening on the ground?
Yeah. How?
Because they all work as a network.
Mhm.
That's a huge impact.
It is.
That's a huge impact.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know, people, that's 20-30 billion dollars around the globe, all being sucked out of institutions and plopped in one spot.
Right. No, you're right. It is a huge impact. I don't know how I didn't know about that one.
Yeah. Oh, they haven't been advertising it. They don't advertise that stuff. Remember,
Advertising.
they'll let
Oh,
they'll let a little blip get out there about stuff, but that's it. That's it. The mainstream won't won't advertise that. You know,
right.
it won't do it. But I just wanted to talk today about little things. You froze up, Ashley. I don't know where you went, why you went there, but you froze up. And now you're gone. She gone. She gone. But yeah, guys, it's the little things. The little things. Death by 1,000 cuts. They've been hitting us. There you are.
I dadgum hit the button. Okay.
We all hit the button prematurely now and then.
Dude, Vatican has sold or is taking in all their gold and stuff. Yeah, I bet they are going to digital. The Pope had some meetings with ones with Google and Mark Zuckerberg. But that was like a few years ago.
Well, several years ago, it's been 3 or 4 years ago, back when Trump first got elected, that the Vatican announced they were doing an audit of the Vatican Bank. And there were supposedly a couple of high-level guys that were going to get in trouble because they'd been misappropriating the funds and stuff. And that was one little blip on the radar, and I hadn't heard anything else about it till this. And I didn't even hear this till a week or so ago, that this was proclaimed back, I think, at the first of the year, that by September 30th, all assets had to be transferred to the Vatican. Morning, dear.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And I think if we look it up, we'll
I
find
know
a couple of Vatican guys got in a little bit of trouble for financial crimes, little white collar stuff. You want your coffee, dear? All right.
Oh, that's right. Get Kathy her coffee.
All right. Well, we've been going an hour and 5 minutes, Ashley.
All
It
right,
has
bro. It was
been a pleasure.
Yeah.
Missed you too. You
Yeah.
take care out there. It's a jungle.
It is
Watch
the
out for the little things.
little thing.
Little things.
Yep.
Everybody
Yeah.
it's little things. Well, once you pass them all by and you turn around, it's a big thing now.
Yeah.
All those little things become one big thing, and it's a monster.
Yeah. It is.
And we
Jesus
suffer
is
with it
right.
every day.
We
But-
do, but the Lord's got us, man.
And I was going to finish that. But as Christians, we see the suffering and we understand it, why it's happening. And we just wish we could help people realize what it is. You don't have to suffer this way. You don't have to. There's a way out. There's a way to find peace and harmony. There's a way to find, satisfaction daily. It's out there.
Yeah.
You can get rid of that spirit of fear. Like Ashley, she ain't got no spirit of fear, folks. She don't care about
Right.
nothing.
No. Jesus has got it. I love you,
Amen.
brother.
Love you, dear. You take care.
I love y'all. Shalom, everybody.
Everybody, good discernment and good vibrations. Love you all. Take care.